Speaking of Honda and their new motorcycle developments, I just had to include this story. I mean, I saw the headline, which said on Cycle World, we're getting a lot of stories from them the last couple of weeks, but it is an excellent website. Honda developing GB350 based Himalayan rival. And the GB350 is a really cool looking little single cylinder retro type bike that they sell in Asian markets, but they don't sell here. And so I was like, oh, it's such a shame we don't get that bike. Saw that headline and thought, wow, they're going to make a single cylinder little adventure bike that does a similar job to the Himalayan. That makes a lot of sense for their Asian market aspirations. But maybe we'll get it and we'll get a nice little mini Honda adventure bike. Clicked on the story. I mean, have you looked at it, mate?
Yeah, genuinely, I thought that was the Himalayan.
I did the same thing.
I thought that was the Himalayan and they were going to show that design, and then down below was where Honda's was going to be. And then I sort of read a little bit further and went, oh my good God, that is exactly the same looking.
It's absolutely wild, isn't it, how similar it is? Yeah. I did the exact same thing. I was like, why are they showing me a picture of a Himalayan at the top of the article? Yeah. Scrolling down, looking for something else specific to the Honda. But OMG. I mean, there's so many points at which you could pull out similarities to the Himalayan. Obviously, with a single cylinder, semi-retro styled adventure bike, there's going to be some proportional similarities anyway. But I'm looking at the little metal frame around the headlight and down the front of the side panels. Yeah. The side panels themselves. Yeah. The shape of the tank. Yeah. The shape of the seat. Yeah. The split seat design. The shape of the side panels. Even like the windscreen area looks kind of similar. It's got me thinking, oh, Honda, I mean, is that not embarrassing for them?
Well, it depends where they're going to launch it, right? Because if the GB is something that they only really sell in the Indian market, then maybe they're all too sort of familiar with it, and it's less of a kind of taboo. But yeah, possibly, I don't know. Depends. If they're going to do this and sort of mass market and sell it worldwide, then yeah, maybe a little bit un-Honda-like to just copy someone's design.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before from Honda. It's not like their MO to just go and copy bikes.
No.
But I mean, the thing that's even more, well, that rams it home a bit is if you scroll down and they've got a scrambler version of it.
Yeah, Scram 411.
And it looks like the Scram 411.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Yeah.
There's only so far you can kind of go with a certain genre or bike. It just looks too familiar and too similar that it seems like a blatant copy. And that's what has got me kind of like wondering about is, well, where is your design style and your core offering? You know, what's your Honda-ness? In the same way that there are sort of styling similarities in lines of cars like BMWs over the years with the kidney grills and they just evolve it into different shapes or whatever. It's like abandoning what makes a Honda and just doing what Royal Enfield do, which is that classic retro style that pretty much is part of most of the bikes that they build. Maybe not the new Himalayan, it looks a bit less like that. And just being like, yeah, okay, this is our version of it. I don't know, mate. I thought Honda was about getting like something that's a really quality build, that has a great finish, slightly modern styling sometimes, although for the GB, I suppose that's less so the case. But it still looks like its own thing. Even the GB350 doesn't look like a Enfield Classic 350 or Meteor 350 ripoff. It's really obviously a Honda.
No, it looks like a classic Honda. They've got loads in their kind of back catalogue that it replicates. And it's really pretty, actually. It's a cute looking bike.
Isn't it just?
Yeah. So yeah, really odd.
It could be a masterstroke, mate.
It could be. Mate, I feel like they've been asked to submit a design and it's gotten down to the wire. And they've kind of gone, oh God, what am I going to do? And they've just gotten some tracing paper and gone over a Hemi.
Do you know what that gave me an immediate flashback of?
What, being in school?
Yeah, my homework strategies at school.
Yeah.
How's that motorcycle design coming? Oh, nearly done. It is nearly done. I'll bring it in tomorrow. And then, like you say, trace it.
Yeah.
And then get it back on the normal paper. Yeah. No one will know the difference. I love the way that they've labeled it as well. That's like with all the numbers, 19, 18, 24. I imagine the key for all these numbers just says Himalayan wheels, Himalayan headlight. Himalayan mirrors.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be a masterstroke, like I say, because if it's such a popular bike in India and they sell in huge volumes, for example, then just make something similar. And you'll also sell in huge volumes, especially if you can undercut them or make it slightly more powerful or something like that. But I just feel like I never look at Honda like that. If it was like, like a Chinese copy of a bike or something, like we see that occasionally, it wouldn't surprise me so much. But man, let us know what you think in the comments, people who are watching on the full episode YouTube version. Is it embarrassing? Does it look similar? Which would sell better as well? Do you think if they copy it, people are just going to be like, ugh, why have you just copied the Himalayan? I'm just going to buy a Himalayan instead.